Alright, so continuing from where we left off, looking at this shape and then comparing to the reference, we notice that there's a very hard line over here, a straight edge. So that means, right, I have to insert another edge loop that runs across the edge loop around here. By looking at this, we realize that at level 1, we want these lines here to be as straight as possible. So what we're going to do is go to level 1, select this edge, then use a scale to scale them down. Unfortunately, Maya doesn't have a skew function, so we have to do it this way. I'm going to use a scale function and then flatten this, and then I'm going to manually rotate them to be straight again. Something like this. I'm going to increase the size of the manipulator to give me more fine control, and then move these vertices to the correct positions. Okay. I'm trying to straighten this line out. So if I'm going to press number 3, you can see now this edge here is much straighter, and we look at the angle here, you can see that they don't bend down as much over here. And with that, I will insert one edge loop using the multi-cut tool to be as close to this edge as possible, and possibly insert another edge, middle mouse click here to make it tighter, so that we have a harder edge over here, just like what we see in our reference. Okay, I'm going to refine the nose section area here, because right now we have a collection of vertices over here. So that means I'm going to select these 3 and Control Shift and then slide them back a bit. Let's take a look at it from the perspective here. Okay, unfortunately I did not turn on my mirror, so I think I could have messed up the other side here. Yep, so I did not turn on my mirror modeling, so let me just undo everything from where I moved. Okay, so I'll have to do this again. I need to turn on Control Shift right mouse click, turn on my symmetry. So thought symmetry was on earlier on, so it wasn't, so I have to redo this again. Okay, include this edge as well, and I'll use my scale to flatten this, then rotate this and move it down. Let's check the other side to see whether it's straightened out. Yep. Okay, I think this is looking slightly better. Now I can insert the edge loop here. As close to the edge as I can. And then maybe another one over here. In the center here. Okay, rather than using a bevel. Alright, so I think this one looks slightly better now. Okay, except maybe perhaps this edge here. This edge here could be straighter. So using the same trick, scale this, flatten it, and then I will rotate it again, and then manually move this down. Okay, and then I'll use the side scale to straighten it. just nice 3 vertices here. We can actually try to get them to line up so that it will meet the seams a little bit better. So this one, let's see where I can push this one. Okay, this one should be a separate object. I don't want to be editing this one. So I can move this up. Okay, good. Alright, so I'm going to change back all the object mode. Pulling down to V to go to vertex snap. Going to snap it to the location here, and then this group here, go to move, holding down to Control and Shift and slide this up. Okay, I think I will slide 2 groups one by one. Alright, so now line up these 2 objects so that they should conform together a little bit better. I think maybe the tail section here. Okay, good. So now we got this the back piece here, and then this skirt here to conform. So right now, what I want to do is I want to detach this lower skirt here so that I can work on this section, handle section. You can see the different panels here with different buttons sticking out. Okay, right now I have to decide which face I want to detach. So most likely, this one looks like a multi-sided face. Two faces. Okay, because of the 2 sides over there. Okay, select the loop at the bottom and then extend it out. And use holding tab to paint select this section here. That means I will have to most probably select this loop as well. Okay, so I have to insert one edge loop and push this down here to the sharp edge here. So that's what I'll do. I will insert one edge loop. Okay, holding down the shift and double click to select this entire loop. Alright, so we have one continuous edge loop that is selected around here, which was not meant to be selected. So I do not want to detach that. So I will have to deselect these. Holding down the B, holding on control, and then just drag and box select to deselect them. Go to wireframe to make sure that I'm selecting the part that I want to detach. Okay, so once it's confirmed, then holding down the shift right mouse click, and then we do a detach component. You can detach the component, but it will still be the same object, but I do not want to do that. I want to extract the faces. Okay. So hopefully I should have two separate objects now. Yep. So let me just verify. Yep, it's a separate object. So now it is separated safely. So I want to change the color for this handle to a lighter blue color. So assign a new material. Okay, and this one, I'm going to sample the color from the reference. I think a bit lighter. Okay. I think I did not click OK. Alright, so now that we separated this, I think we have to fix the topology over here. Looks like there's a separate face that I need to reconstruct. And then, oh actually the face is on this object here. It should be connected to the top one here. So that face wasn't selected. So let me see whether I can detach this. Extract the face. So now I have two separate objects. This object and this object. Then shift right mouse click, combine. Then we're gonna weld this piece again. So let me isolate the selection. Not this one. Select the top piece here. Isolate select. Go over to the vertex here, select all of them, and then apply and merge. And this should merge the vertices together. So if I subdivide this, yep, now we don't have that problem over here. So this face, I will assign the same material also. Number 2. Was it Lambert? Let me see. Existing material. Yeah, number 2. So I can get out from here. So this is a refinement to separate it to the top stage here. Then eventually we will cut this edge around here and then extract out the holes to create this trigger button here. And as for now, I think we can still do one more cut, which is this section over here. So for this one, I'm going to insert one very tight edge loop here, or I can select this loop here and apply a bevel. I'm going to use a low fraction. Okay, the bevel doesn't seem to be working very well. You can see a big gap over there, so maybe I will abandon that and I'll just separate these faces here. Right, and do a shift right mouse click and extract faces. Okay. Then for this section, you can see a vertical cut that comes across here. We are going to realign the topology to follow this line over here. So I'm going to grab the vertices and rotate it and maybe scale it up a bit and place this over here. So I have to go to subdivided look and just to make sure that the alignment is correct. Okay, switching all to level 1. In order to make sure that this really matches, I will have to select this edge, move it back, double click to slide this loop, slide it back, and then get it to match this section over here. Let me see whether that, yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm happy with this. Okay, now that we have this portion dealt with, we can now cut these faces out. Let's try the face so that we should have a separate component here as well. And for this one, I'm also going to give it a different color. Okay, so right now you can see because of the cut, we can see that there is a gap over here. So we will have to move the loops down until it matches the deformation here. So we can go to object, or do two objects at the same time, and go over to stripe at this mode first, this one as well. See whether we can move it down to match the after the cut, you can see that it actually jumps up a little bit. Same for this gap over here, for these two parts here. Okay, I can insert one more edge hook here just to readjust the curvature. Okay, so for this demo, I will stop at this stage here.